After his death, their life became a downward spiral. Her mother, Mama Ada, did everything to keep them alive. She worked as a cleaner, sold firewood, and took in other people's laundry. But when the economy worsened and our health began to fail, everything crumbled. The small house they lived in was taken away after they couldn't keep up with rent. They moved into a leaking shack at the edge of a crowded slum, where mosquitoes sang louder than the night breeze. It was the hardship, the endless hunger, the sleepless nights, and the untreated infections that eventually stole her mother's sight. First, it started with blurred vision. Then she began stumbling over things. And one day, she could no longer see the face of her only daughter. Mama Ada wept bitterly the night darkness swallowed her sight. She begged God not to leave her blind with a child who depended on her. But the darkness didn't lift. From that day, Adaeze became both the child and the parent. At just 8, she was already hawking oranges under the hot sun. She would wake up at dawn, fetch water, help her mother to the corner of their shack, and then set out barefoot to sell on the streets. Sometimes she came home with just a few naira, barely enough to buy garri. Other times she came home with nothing because people shouted at her, chased her away, or pretended not to hear her tiny voice. There were nights when they went to bed hungry, nights when the rain beat through the torn zinc roof, soaking their only mat. On such nights, Adaeze would crawl close to her mother and whisper, "Mommy, one day I will build you a big house. You will not beg anymore." And Mama Ada, even in darkness, would smile weakly and touch her daughter's face, whispering, "My sunshine." One particular afternoon, as Adaeze stood at a busy junction, she tried to wipe away the sweat that trickled down her forehead with the edge of her old wrapper. She had been on her feet for hours. Her feet ached. Her stomach rumbled painfully, but she ignored it. She had to sell those oranges. If she didn't, her mother wouldn't eat that night. A group of school children passed by. Their uniforms were neat, their shoes polished, their laughter loud. Adaeze stared at them quietly. She didn't hate them. She just wished she could be one of them.